Bell River was a perfect place for me to grow up. Everybody knew everybody. There was always something to do. I was surrounded by a loving and giving family.
He had that twinkle in his eye all the time. That's what we always used to try and figure out, like, where is this guy coming from? He just had so much energy. He would get bored easy. And that's one of the reasons I say, thank God he's in sports now. I don't know what he would have done with all that energy, but he was made to be an athlete, that's for sure.
I remember the real good things, and won a lot of championships, and from a small town, we won everything. You know, we won all Ontario, and we always got moved up because we were too good for the division we were in because we were from a small town. So we always played against the AA, AAA teams in baseball and soccer and hockey, of course.
He was always following around my older brother, who was, 4 years older than him, and he could keep up with those guys, no problem.
When you were like 15 and 10, that's a big difference. So when he played with 15-year-olds, and he was 10 years old, he got hit just as hard, or no one took it lightly on him, but he was a 10-year-old little guy.
I played soccer in Windsor, and that's where I kind of elevated it was my #1 sport. I ended up playing on the Canadian national team, and I could have went to Europe when I was 17 years old, and I stuck with hockey, and hockey was probably my 3rd or 4th best sport.
I think he could have had his choice between 3 professional sports. Football, he's kicked with the Argos in those charity contests. Soccer, I think he played in a professional league in Toronto a few years ago. And, of course, hockey, and I think that's his main love. On November the 3rd, we won the first junior championship after 4 tries at the final.
That championship game in Windsor, at the Windsor Stadium, was something I'll never forget.
He was in grade 9, and he was, if you can believe it, the same size he is now. And he absolutely dominated that game like I've never seen him in any other time in his life, I don't think.
Not only won, but because I got all the field goals and extra points. But just the feeling I got, like at the end of that game, just like in a hockey game, I was totally spent.
And it's right in here. He said it was a 49-yard field goal. I said a 42, and it's a 43.
Right here is 45?
45!
Okay. Well, I guess this is where I learned how to channel all my aggression into sports, and this is really where it all started. And I must say, it was a long time ago, but it was a fun time and a good, memorable time. And look at this. You can tell times change when there's 5 different kinds of machines here. Water, Gatorade. None of this is here when I was here, except there's a 1 pot machine that I ended up dropping when I was tipped over with 2 of my buddies, and the teacher came around the corner, and I ended up dropping it. And I got in trouble for it. I got blamed, but I took the rap from my friends. Speaking of, here's my old locker,
Yeah,
212.
The only one without a lock on it.
Yeah, actually, I never had a lock on it. That's my claim to fame at this high school. I never had a lock on my locker. Because if I I guess I didn't need one, if you know what I mean.
I'm proud of his efforts for a small town kid. This is the hockey dream of Canada. This is the way it goes here. From all these small towns, these kids, they put out the blood, sweat, and tears to play in the NHL.